You know that feeling of living paycheck to paycheck? It's a reality for millions, just a constant source of stress. But what if I told you it's probably not your fault? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the hidden system that keeps people feeling trapped, and I'll show you exactly how to break free.
Just let that sink in for a second. We're not talking about some small group here. This is the day-to-day financial reality for most of the people you know. It's like being on a hamster wheel of stress. But why? Why are so many of us just running in place?
Well, first things first, let's just get one myth out of the way. This has nothing to do with being lazy. Come on, people are working harder than they ever have before. So if it's not a lack of effort, then what is it?
And here's the part that might really surprise you. It's not always about how much you make. I mean, we're talking about people with six-figure salaries who are literally one unexpected bill away from a total disaster. So if it's not laziness and it's not a low income, what is the real problem?
This right here is the heart of it. It's like we're all playing this massive game, but most of us were never actually taught the rules. So in this explainer, we are going to shine a huge spotlight on those hidden rules and give you the playbook you need to finally start winning. All right, let's get into the real numbers. Just how fragile is the financial situation for most people? I gotta tell you, the reality is probably more shocking than you think. Let's start with this number, $1,000. It's not a crazy amount of money, but it's enough to represent one of life's little emergencies, the car that suddenly won't start or that unexpected trip to the doctor. For so many, this one number is what separates stability from complete chaos. Now look at this. More than half of all Americans would have to go into debt just to cover a $1,000 emergency. And listen, we're not just talking about low-income households. This includes people with impressive job titles and what you'd think are really good salaries. This is the big mental shift you have to make. We're all so obsessed with earning more, right? But the real enemy here isn't your income. It's all the leaks in your financial bucket. So what are these leaks? The thing is, they're not just accidental drips. There are 4 hidden traps out there, almost designed to keep your bucket empty. Let's expose them one by one. Okay, trap number 1, lifestyle inflation.
Oh man, we've all been there. You get a raise and almost immediately your brain starts shopping for upgrades. It feels great in the moment, I get it, but it is a trap.
And it's such a slow creep, right? A little bit bigger house, a slightly nicer car, a few more subscriptions here and there. Each upgrade feels small on its own, but they add up and they lock you into a much higher cost of living. We're taught to chase a better lifestyle, but we're never really taught to build a secure one first. And that brings us to trap number 2, that siren song of easy credit. That little plastic card feels like magic, doesn't it? But every single swipe is basically a deal you're making with your future self, and it's a deal that comes with a very, very high interest rate. And here's the twisted genius of this trap. The minimum payment, it's designed to keep you comfortable. It's meant to make you think, hey, I've got this under control. But really, it's just a financial anesthetic. It numbs you to the reality that you're paying an absolute fortune in interest and staying in debt for years, sometimes even decades. So, trap number 3 is this massive systemic failure. We just aren't taught how to handle money. Think about it. We learn about ancient history and complex math, but the practical, everyday skills that literally determine our financial future, we're just left to figure all that out on our own. And the result of that? Well, we're basically sent out into a financial minefield, completely blindfolded. We learn by making mistakes. But in the world of money, those mistakes can have devastating long-term consequences. All of this leads directly to the 4th and final trap, living a life of extreme financial fragility. It's like you're building a house of cards, and just a single gust of wind, one unexpected medical bill, one car repair, can bring the whole thing crashing down around you. You see, these traps, they don't just mess with our bank accounts, they totally shape our mindset. They push us to focus on looking rich instead of on what it takes to actually be rich. Okay, pay attention, because this right here is one of the most important ideas we're going to talk about. On the left, you've got what society tells us wealth looks like. But on the right, that's what true wealth feels like. It's control. It's having options. It's peace of mind. And let me tell you, they are worlds apart. And let's be real, social media pours gasoline all over this fire. We are constantly slammed with these perfectly curated images of success, and it creates this intense pressure to keep up, even if it means going deep into debt just to do it.
So we've seen the traps, we've seen how they work, but here's the good news. The really good news. You can escape. And it's not about some complex financial wizardry either. It's actually about a few simple but really powerful steps.
Okay, step 1. You've got to become a money detective. Track where your money is going, not to judge yourself, but just to understand your habits. Step 2, build a shield. That $1,000 emergency fund we talked about, that is your defense against all of life's curveballs. And step 3, this is the real game changer. Every time you get a raise, pay your future self first. Invest that money before you're even tempted to spend it on an upgrade.
This is the core idea. Seriously, just burn this into your brain. Real wealth has very little to do with the size of your paycheck. It's all about how much you keep and how much you grow. That's the real scoreboard. So as we wrap this up, I want you to just think about this. Every single financial decision you make today is a message you're sending to your future self. So, what message are you going to send?